Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the Racecourse grounds as we enter week 7 of this Mastercard Interclub Rugby League encounter between host CHNFC and they're taking on Havelock Sports Club. It's a very important game for both teams, entirely different contexts. The host team CHNFC desperately need a win to keep their hopes of making it to the top 4 for this season, while the Park Club team, of course, have done really well so far, you'd have to say, just having that one blemish against Kandy Sports Club, which was, you'd have to say, arguably the game of the season thus far. So both these teams will desperately want to get a win today. Havelocks to keep their hopes alive in terms of the overall league, while I'm sure CHNFC will desperately want to make it to that top 4 segment. And as you can see, both teams were just going through their warm-up routines. It's a very wonderful conditions today for rugby. Both teams will enjoy these conditions. The humidity level is quite low. It's nice and overcast. Let's just hope that the rain stays away, and I'm sure we'll be in for a very entertaining game. So you can see both these teams just going through their warm-up routines. And just need to keep in mind that today's match will be played for the YC Chang Challenge Trophy in recognition of a real stalwart of Sri Lankan rugby. As we have a look at the weather forecast for today, the maximum temperature of 29 Celsius, and it'll just go down to 24. It is cloudy, rain doesn't look imminent, but let's just keep our fingers crossed that the weather gods will be kind to us, and hope that the rain stays away and we'll have an entertaining game of rugby. So as I was saying, this game will be played in favor of the YC Chang Trophy. Unfortunately, a stalwart of Sri Lankan rugby just left us this week. A real loyal servant to the game. Initially got his rugby pedigree at Trinity College, and he served both these clubs extremely well, represented Havelock Sports Club, and after that CHNFC as well. So it's a wonderful gesture by both schools, rather by both clubs, to play this game in honor of YC Chang. So these are the results thus far this season. CHNFC have been really inconsistent, you'd have to say, going down to the Airmen in Ratmalan at the beginning of the season, 36 points to 15, then coming back well to win to beat Police 39 points to 27, then losing to Kandy, although they put in a good fight, but Kandy's early foray and the lead they took was a bit difficult for them to overhaul at the end, eventually going down 39 points to 28. And of course, this is the result that will probably hurt them the most, that lost to debutants Sri Lions 25 points to 21. And of course, they just managed to pip the Army Sports Club 19 points to 17. And then in another cliffhanger, going down to their traditional live rivals CRNFC 27 points to 22. Havelock Sports Club, on the other hand, have been doing really well. They've been really consistent, notching up some pretty comfortable victories, just that close encounter against Police, but eventually winning 17 points to 15. Just that loss to Kandy is the only blemish in their record, but what a game that was. And from then on, they've been able to notch up some good victories to stay in contention for this league title. So these are the league fixtures. Today, we'll be having Havelock Sports Club taking on CHNFC. And today in the evening, CRNFC will host Police Sports Club under lights at London Place. So you can tune into that game on the Papare as well. And tomorrow, Kandy Sports Club will take on the Airmen in Nittawala. And the fixtures will conclude with Navy Sports Club hosting debutant Sri Lions in Velisara. So these were the results from last week. Army going down to Havelocks in a closely fought encounter, 29 points to 18. And Airmen just peeping Police Sports Club 20 points to 19 in Ratmalan, a really close encounter. And another really close encounter here at the racecourse was the game between CRNFC and CHCR, eventually just prevailing 27 points to 22. And of course, Candy rounded up week 6 with a comfortable 66 points to 5 victory over Navy Sports Club. So this is how the points table stands so far. CRNFC and Havelocks tied at 30 points each, but they got to keep in mind that CR have a game in hand. Candy Sports Club close on their heels with 29 points from 5 games as well. Air Force still hanging on to that number 4 position and are on 17 points. CHNFC and Army following closely on their heels with 12 points and 14 points each. Police Sports Club, Sri Lions and Navy Sports Club make up the rest of the table, but they are pretty much behind in the endeavor to make it to that top 4. So far everything looks nicely poised as we have a look at the top try scorers this season. Jayathu Rajaratna, a real revelation, the former DSN Naika wing 3/4 with 7 tries. Nirosh Pereira, the early leader in the try scoring table, still on 7 tries, and he's got company in the number 1 position. Azmir Fajuddin with 5 tries, Shamika Kaushan of Air Force with 5 tries as well, and Candy Sports Club wing 3/4 Dina Leganaika with 5 tries as well. So that try scorers table looking extremely exciting. We'll have 2 players, or rather 3 players featuring in today's game who are on that try scoring table. We will definitely look to add to that tally today. So the top point scorers thus far, Tarinder Ratwatta, no surprises there, way ahead with 75 points. Samuel Madhavanta with 51, Gayantha Iddamalgoda of Air Force with 49, Zubair Dure with 41 points, and it's rounded up by Janit Chandemal of CHNFC with 40 points. So what we'll do is we'll go in for a quick commercial break, and we'll meet you on the other side with the team sheets and for kickoff.
England's finest return to the subcontinent. India rises to the challenge. England Tour of India 2025, 22nd January to 12th February. Live on the Papare TV HD, Dialog ViU App and ThePapare.com.
Kamuda macang, prima kotumi fantamai.
Laging mainna friendship bomai e friendship pagatawa super vennai hite adare update vennai e adare deviyama super vennai me hamala perfect vennai e hama ayatama super de vennai lankawa pura satuta connect way hama sambandhaka super egg vennai
ආවරණයෙන් නොදෙවෙනි Airtel සුබ සම්බන්ධයක්.
Laging mainna friendship bomai e friendship pagatawa super vennai hite adare update vennai e adare deviyama super vennai me hamala perfect vennai e hama ayatama super de vennai lankawa pura satuta connect way hama sambandhaka super egg vennai
ආවරණයෙන් නොදෙවෙනි Airtel සුබ සම්බන්ධයක්.
Matang ya muda matang, 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 matang ya muda matang. Kamuda matang, prima kotumi fan.
Welcome back to the race course as we awaiting the commencement of this week's 7 encounter between CHNFC and Havelock Sports Club. As both teams lining up. And before that, we'll go in for the Havelock Sports Club team. Shehan Silva, Azmir Fajuddin, Faiz Abdullah will make up the front row. Janindo Fernando, Tiven Pereira will be the second rows. Third row will comprise of Shem Mendis, Sachinta Vaidyananda and Chatra Dilshan. Mohammad Rifan and Sandesh Jaivikrama will be the halves combination. The rest of the three quarters will be Harusha Pereira, Mushin Falil, Sudesh Jaivikrama Jaitu Rajaratna and Chetana Rajaratna. Replacements: Chamikara Lakshan Silva, Kavinda, Dilail, Madhu Mevan Vikramarachi and Madhu Anta. So CHNFC, front row will be Nisal Chamudita, Anuk Fernando, Deshan Vimukti. Second row is Hasita Silva, Nirosh Pereira. Third row will be Dudesh Madhushanka, Devinda Ratnaika, Gimhana Silva. The halves combination will be Maliksha Pereira, Dinesh De Silva. Rest of the three quarters will be skipper Danindu Dilshan, Chamat Kilan, Randita Varnapura, Roshan Kumara and Pasindu Bandara. Replacements: Dasanaika, Silva, Dilshan, Lakshan, Laksara, Angela, Chandimal and Fernando. So joining me in commentary today will be Sudarshana Piris. Good evening, Sudarshana. I think we've got a really interesting game on our hands, and it will be played in honor of a gentleman who has contributed immensely to Sri Lankan rugby, YC Chang. And I think it's a great gesture by both clubs to put this together at such short notice and honor a true stalwart of Sri Lankan rugby.
Very good evening to you, Abdullah, and also very good evening to all our viewers joining us on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. And like you mentioned, honor to Mr. YC Chang and commiserations to his family and the loved ones, and absolutely great gesture as we honor him by 2 minutes of silence here at Racecourse before we commence this game. Family of Mr. Chang present as well. So this is going to be the inaugural YC Chang Challenge Trophy game between CHNFC and Havelock Sports Club. Two clubs that this absolutely legendary gentleman of Sri Lankan rugby has taken a massive part in. He's played for both clubs, has been leading both clubs as well as Sri Lanka rugby. Match officials for the day: Ishanka Bekun will take charge of the game with Gihan Yatavar and Deepal Punyavardhana assisting him on the sidelines. And talking a bit about Mr. Chang, I was also told, Abdullah, that he was instrumental while he was the president of SLR of taking a team of Sri Lankan rugby players to Wales to play the Wales districts, which was monumental and way ahead of its time back in the day. And he's a gentleman who really was a trial base and wanted to make sure that he set the tone, and he properly dominated the administrative front as a Sri Lankan and as Sri Lanka.
Yeah, absolutely. And also another area where he was very well respected for was the work he did in terms of development as well, wasn't it? He really was passionate about taking rugby to the provinces in his role as a development, the head of development at Sri Lanka Rugby. It's another area where he really contributed immensely to the game of rugby in this country. So we'll get more on that as Jai Vikrama kicks off. Nice hanging kick, cleanly collected, but player was taken out in there. So the first penalty in favor of CHNFC.
The idea was right from Havelock Sports Club, kicking it short, trying to catch them by surprise. It's just the timing that went every that time from the Havis. It was, I believe it was Jai Vikrama who was Sandesh, the older man, the younger one rather, who tried putting him under pressure. Opportunity now for CHNFC.
Clean line out ball. Spread it out wide. Using Madhu Shankar to carry the ball. Good recycled possession. Creating the ball. Getting it out to Janindu Dilshan. Fortunately, just going too close to the touchline and being bundled out. So position being turned over.
There is a slight drizzle that's around. So teams have to be very, very respective of ball possession. They need to make sure whenever they have possession, they respect it.
Right.
Because gripping the ball is going to be a little difficult if this drizzle continues.
Okay, good.
Non-contested line out, and this time Havelock Sports Club looking to run. Good hands by the Havis backs. Ball jutting out of the ruck though, and pressure on Rajaratna forces a line out, and exactly the same place where CH initially started.
Yes, a bit of a scrappy start by both teams, isn't it, Sudarshana? Teams just going a bit lateral, not gaining much ground. Probably need to show a bit more patience in attack, try and create a few phases. Probably guilty of going wide a little bit too early. Another clean line out for CHNFC. Once again, using their blindside flanker to carry the ball up. Recycle possession, once again going across, but being tackled behind the gain line. More importantly, CHNFC holding on to possession.
No. Good.
And it's a turnover by Azmir Fajuddin. Havelocks need to get the ball out wide. They have numbers. Someone needs to straighten out. Rajaratna takes the ball into contact, but unfortunately, once again stepping out. It's just hard to fathom sometimes in the Sudarshana players just not knowing where the touchline is, stepping in just to create that extra phase. Expect players at this level to just have mastered that skill. It already just 3.5 minutes into this game, and we've seen it on more than a couple of occasions. Just going so close to the touchline, it makes it so much more easier for the defenders to use the touchline as another defender.
Back.
Good set by CHNFC from that line out, and they're getting the penalty advantage their way. This is something CH will look to do, especially with the wet ball conditions ramping up. Silva to the corner, trying to break it off, but they will get back to the penalty advantage. That time from Havis, I think it was Pereira, Tivan Pereira, who was the guilty party, collapsing that maul.
There's an opportunity for CH to get into Havelock's 25. De Silva strikes the ball, doesn't get much distance, but more importantly gets it into touch inside Havi's half. As we have a look at that infringement once again, you can see referee Abe Kohn clearly instructing and insisting that Havelocks get inside. Tiven Pereira, second row, the guilty party on that occasion. CHNFC win the ball again, but some good rush defense by Havelocks, keeping the ball alive is CHNFC, but it's very slow, static ball. It's very hard to launch any constructive attack from this kind of slow position. Eventually being Dinesh De Silva being forced to kick the ball away, and Rajaratna tries to tap the ball, but his foot was in touch.
I believe that time, if you can take a look at the replay, the reason would have been the ball crossing the plane of touch as well. Even if you're on air and you land inside, if the ball crosses the plane of touch, it's going to be called touch, which is why Havish have the ball.
So Havelocks win the ball.
Release. No. Back.
Set a good pace, and Jai Vikrama will try to find touch. He doesn't. He's found the CH skipper instead. Janindu Dilshan has been in outstanding form for his club this season. Sets the ruck up. Again, opportunity for CHNFC to try and try something, but again, struggling. And Havelocks have done really well to turn possession over. Harusha Pereira doing brilliantly well there. Fajuddin, short ball to skipper Abdullah Faiz. Loses position, but the ball is being deemed to go back. And Jai Vikrama will try an up and under. Nicely collected by CHNFC's flanker, and Havelocks just a little bit over eager, not staying on their feet, and been penalized as a result.
Both teams really dealing out stray blurs here, Abdullah, and you don't want that because what you want to do is within the first 15 minutes try and get that fluency as much as you possibly can. Lovely collection there, but a rhyming player, take a look at that, losing his balance and blocks out the clearance from CHNFC, which deems referee Abekun to award that penalty.
Yes, Havelocks centre three-quarter, Mushin Falil, the guilty party on that occasion.
Ball.
It's a good counter drive by CHNFC, by Havelocks rather, not letting CH get any momentum. So CHNFC will look to try and launch attacks along the fringes to test the fringe defense of Havelocks. And eventually deciding to use the base kick. The ball has been tapped back. Havelocks, CH have done well to retain possession.
Back, last foot, go back.
So the ball comes out again.
Release. Release. Back, back, back.
Very slow, static ball for CHNFC. It looks like they will use their forwards to take the ball up, which they do.
No.
Pereira takes it up and go to the short side. De Silva passes the ball on to Madhusankar, who takes it up. Havelocks applying a bit of pressure at the breakdown, but
Backwards.
CH do well to hold on to possession. It's all very slow here by both teams, not being able to get any momentum their way. Again attacking along the fringes.
Last foot.
CHNFC desperately trying to draw a penalty from this situation. Again switching sides.
Advantage, offside, red.
Looks like they have achieved their objective. It's a penalty advantage in favor of CHNFC. So it's an opportunity for CHNFC to take a few risks. Again attacking along the fringes. Ball comes out, a wonderful angle by Janindu Dilshan. Almost getting over that first line of defense.
Use it.
This is good by CHNFC.
No, going off it. Release.
Abdullah Faiz very nearly managing to turn position over, but losing his feet at the last moment. Again attacking along the fringes. That's a good run by the CHNFC forward.
Good. Hey, Adin Nepa. Use it. Use it.
Use it is a call by referee Abekon. CHNFC again just attacking along the fringes, testing this Havelock's defense. Now deciding to go out wide. De Silva. Janido Dilshan tries to make a break, but it's being held on. So there was a sufficient advantage being played.
There's sufficient advantage, Abdullah. I think it was way too slow by CHNFC, slowing things down. And that time, Havis will be breathing a massive sigh of relief because they were absolutely outnumbered in the corner. Janadu Dilshan losing his footing and also being isolated. Take a look at that. When he goes down, there's absolutely no one around him, no one close. And Rajaratna doing very well to support his body weight and getting in on that tackler position to try and post that ball. Havis were under an onslaught for
Right.
a couple of minutes but have come away.
Nice clean line out by Havelocks.
Advantage.
And they managed to draw a penalty from that line out.
Number 30. Collapse.
So it's a deliberate collapse is the call by number 30 of CHNFC. That's Vimukti Deshan, guilty party. Jai Vikrama send the ball upfield. So just wonder, Sudarshan, at that point when CHNFC had a penalty advantage, whether they could have just tried something a bit out of the box, because they did make a little bit of ground and that eventually forced the referee to say that advantage was being played. So a little bit of game awareness would have been...
I agree, Abdullah. I think
Right.
rather than keeping it close to the forwards, I thought maybe rolling the dice with their backs would have been the ideal option. Here's Havelock Sports Club, a lovely move and a brilliant running line by Rajaratna coming in on the inside shoulder. Here's Jaya Vikrama to the corner, to his brother, still on the move. Now, just a couple of feet away, Havis need to control that ball. Lost it forward because there was a foot in there. So no problem, still holding on to position. Now the forwards, Faiz, taking the ball into contact, looking at options, will now go wide. Havis, Jai Vikrama cutting back inside.
Play on.
Opportunity now. Rajaratna has absolutely no problem. And that is the first commercial bank try of the game. And Jayat Rajaratna, the try scorer for Havelock Sports Club. This will hurt CHNFC. They were camped on the opposite side of the field for the longest time. And just like that, the script has flipped.
Absolutely. And Jai Rajaratna, the leading try scorer, the co-leading try scorer, has got the first commercial bank try of this game for his team. And on that occasion, we just saw the talent that's available in this Havelock's backline, isn't it, Sudarshana? Rajaratna, wonderful composure. Just knew the try line was just a few feet away. Had this presence of mind to just step inside and go over under the post. Sandesh Jai Vikrama with the conversion attempt. Makes no mistake. So Havelock's Sports Club draw first blood in this game. But again, it was a wonderful first break by Sandesh Jai Vikrama, wasn't it? Who just set up that try. And also what was pleasing from that sequence of play was Havelock's choosing the correct time to go out wide, isn't it? Just felt CH on a couple of occasions just tended to hold the ball at close quarters a bit too much. But the decision making by Havelock's was spot on. So De Silva restarts play. Jai Vikrama collects it safely and sends it upfield.
Havelock Sports Club, like you mentioned, has plenty of talent to call out from, but I think what's most important is the fact that they have some very good experience amongst their ranks, as well as youthful energy. So that experience helps them to take the correct option at the correct time, whereas CHNFC, like we discussed, were guilty of not taking the correct option when they had momentum and when they had plenty of possession in threatening quarters.
Pasindu Bandara trying to create something, but he has managed to create a bit of space for his wing three-quarter. It's
Okay, play on.
but that's some really good work by Rajaratna again at the breakdown. But he has given the position back in CHNFC's favor. Bit of indecision by Rajaratna. Couldn't quite believe he had turned position over. Now an opportunity for CHNFC. Janidu Dilshan with a break. Sets up the ruck. So an opportunity for the forwards to take the ball up.
No hands.
Vimukti Deshan carrying the ball up. Again breakdown set up.
Play on.
Looks like the ball has been lost. Or not. Bit of a mess at the breakdown, but CH have done well to hold on to possession. So again, Abdullah Fai is very nearly getting his hands on the ball. Unfortunately, losing possession.
Leader. Batinova.
I believe
Thank you.
I'd like CHNFC to hurry on to their rucks a little bit more, Abdullah. They're taking all the time they want. It's extremely very slow with the ball coming out, and it gives Havelock Sports Club enough time to try and settle down, try and reorganize their defenses, and to attack them around the fringes. So something that CH would do well is to try and put pressure on Havies. If they can speed up the game, I think the onus will be on the halfback if he can hurry everybody around him.
All by. All in. Use it.
Malik Shaperera will have to take that ownership as Mushin Falil tries to run and gets the angle better for Jai Vikrama to clear this one out, and clear he does, Jai Vikrama, the older.
Yes, a wonderful touch find by Sandesh Jai Vikrama. And also it was a very well constructed exit play by Havelocks. Very clinical in how they went about it. They do seem to be a very well organized outfit. Line out throw by Anuk Fernando. Doesn't quite find the mark and losing the ball.
Not ideal, isn't it, for CHNFC? This is the time that they need to try and get hold on to all position that comes their way. Harris on the other hand have looked very threatening every time they've had possession, and also territorially they've done very well with some able kickers on their ranks.
So pretty scrappy scrum, but Havelocks have done well through their number 8, Chatra Dilshan, breaking at the back, just setting up a phase play. Havelocks trying to create something. Rajaratna coming off his right wing rather to create something, but CH defense has stood strong, so they'll need to try and create another phase. Some good rush defense by Nisal Chamudita. Nonetheless, Havelocks managed to hold on to possession. And some brilliant work by their blindside flanker, Udesh Madhushankar. Just finding Havelocks players tracking that ruck, arriving a bit late and pouncing on that ball to win a penalty for his team. Seems like De Silva will go for touch. Get a line out just outside the 22 as we have a look at that once again. Mushin Falil making the initial break. And Madhushankar had all rights to the ball. Havelock's forwards just a bit late to arrive. So CHNFC have got the ball. Try and employ the driving maul now. Gaining some good yardage. But that maul just disintegrated at the wrong moment as far as CH is concerned. So it's been turned into a ruck now. And once again, CHNFC through their forwards will try and launch an attack. But now they've given out to their three quarters. It's Randita Varnapura who makes that break, but looks like Havelocks have managed to turn possession over. Fan spreading the ball out wide.
No, back. Hands.
Havelocks regrouping well to hold on to that position and will give Jai Vikram an opportunity to clear their lines. He decides to go deep, finding a bit of space. So opportunity for CHNFC to launch an attack, and no better person to do that than Pasidu Bandara. Finds Madhushank out wide with a lovely pass, and he breaks a couple of tackles, breaks another one as well, and unfortunately Janindu Dilshan unable to hold on to that pass.
Wasn't expecting that all. Dilshan very unfortunate that time. Madhushan, despite being a forward, has found himself in with the backs and has done some very good work. Impressive break that time.
Yes, but what a wonderful pass by Pasidu Bandara as well. Showing some wonderful running skills is the CHNFC blindside flanker. He's been in the thick of things. You have to say Janil Dilshan needed to have collected that. No reason for him to have dropped that. You're saying he wasn't expecting it, Sudarshana. Being a wing three-quarter, 2-on-1 situation. Should have grabbed that with both hands.
It's unfortunate for CHNFC. They're made to wonder what if. But couple of occasions, I think CH need to be very careful because I did notice some of them were in front of the last foot, Abdullah. So they need to keep an eye out on that offside line.
Bye.
Because it can come back to bite them, especially with Havis having very able kickers across that back line.
Dilshan passing the ball on to Mushin Falil, who while Mushin Falil
Not 5 meter.
not getting
Not 5 meter.
the pass correctly, but referee penalized the CH three-quarter
Not 5
line
meter.
for not maintaining a 5-meter distance. I think it's been spotted by the assistant referee, Gihan Yatawara. Some good communication by the officials. That relieves the pressure as far as Havelocks are concerned. As we have a look at that once again.
I think it was spot on by referee Yatawara because there was absolutely no way they were going to come up to that if they were actually 5 meters back. Mushin Falil breathing a big sigh of relief because it was his mistake that turned the ball over.
Fajuddin finds Dilshan, gives it to Abdullah Faiz. Ball being tapped back.
No, roll away, roll away. This current Nepal player.
Recycle position, but it's all very lateral. Once again, Rajaratna coming off his wing, trying to create something for his team. Position retained. It's been given to Shehan Silva, but CHNFC penalized for being offside. So bit of ill discipline as far as CHNFC are concerned.
Something that that's going to affect them if they are not going to get that right, especially if the initial players who are around the fringes, if they don't have the discipline to try and track back
White's back! White's back!
behind the last hindmost foot of the opposition, it's going to make the entire team in an offside position as Havelocks look to put in a counter. Rajaratna with an opportunity, always dangerous with ball in hand.
Recycle position. Havelocks have done well to hold on to the ball, creating a few phases, but the pass is forward. Fortunately for Havelocks, Rifan Mohammed just finding his keeper in front. Needed to hold on to the ball if that was the case, but it was pretty instinctive. So it looks like one of the heaviest players is down, being attended to by the medical team. As we have a look at that replay once again, it's Sachinta Vaidyananda. That was the forward pass. It's actually Mohammad Rifan has made way to Kalindu Silva at the scrum half position for Havelocks. So 7 points to nil in favor of Havelock Sports Club. 26 minutes into this first half.
Crouch! 5. Set. Steady.
Malik Shaparera with the feed in. Ball squirts out at the back of that scrum. But no harm done. De Silva gets the ball out and Pasidu Bandara. What a wonderful break. An opportunity here for CHNFC to put the finishing touches. But some good defense by Havelock Sports Club have thwarted that attack. But more importantly, CHNFC managed to hold on to possession. Janid Dilshan trying to create another attack. But Havelocks penalized for not releasing the tackler. It's the scrum of Kalindu Silva, the guilty party on that occasion. And De Silva will put it into touch, but what a wonderful break by Pasidu Bandara, wasn't it, Sudarshana?
A dangerous runner. Former Big Right first 15 player, Pasidu Bandara, set the Schools Rugby League ablaze and has brought that form into his debut club season as well. The only difference, he has more hair on his head and maybe put in a couple of more. And that's going to be the first commercial bank try for CHNFC. Perfectly executed that time. CHNFC did look like they were going to set it up, but breaking from the back, catching everybody by surprise. And gets the score. The number 8 for CH Chatura Dilshan. Beg your pardon, Gimhana Silva is the try scorer. Take a look at this. And quick thinking and managing to score it. Despite being a low-hanging kick, extras added for the Gymkhana club, and the scores are back to level. 7 points all after 28 minutes on our clock.
So Jai Vikrama with the restart. Another hanging kick. Nicely collected by Madhushankar. CHNFC just taking the ball up again. Just wonder whether they're overdoing the attacking from the fringes past the Sudarshana. This time getting the ball out, and De Silva deciding to give the ball a little bit of air. Jai Vikrama very nearly fumbling, but manages to hold on to the ball. Scrum of Silva just going into a ruck, but managing to retain possession. Ball comes out to Jai Vikram, who gets it out to Rajaratna. Will try and create something, breaks that first tackle, but unfortunately losing the ball in contact. So an opportunity here for CHNFC to launch an attack and decide to go to the boot. But Jai Vikrama once again has it covered and sends the ball into touch. But interesting to see whether he took the ball back in.
No, he was inside. Referee did call that he was inside as well. Jai Vikrama knew exactly what he was doing. He was inside when he collected the ball and made sure that he kicked it out from inside the 22 meters. Good option to take there from Jai Vikrama, but
Number 24.
CHNFC, I think, like we discussed earlier as well, Abdullah, they are guilty of not taking the correct option at the correct time.
So Anup Fernando with the throw. Doesn't quite find the mark, but CH have done well to tap the ball back in their way, but and have managed to win a penalty as well.
ThePapare are guilty of not rolling away, which hampered the arriving players clearing that ruck, which paved way for Havelock to try and pounce a ball. De Silva with an opportunity to gain some important meters. I think the territorial game, Abdullah, is absolutely important in clashes like this. The underfoot conditions are a little wet. It's not easy to run, and I think Havelock Sports Club so far has done very well when it comes to the territorial game. They've dominated territory, and also possession-wise, they've been very respectful for possession. Whereas CHNFC, I thought, haven't done too well.
Nirosh Fernando taking the ball up. Position has been recycled, and dummy has been thrown by scrum of Malik Shaparira. But Malik Shaparira, Pasindu Bandara, just trying to create something for his team. But the Havelock's defense is onto him. Again, CHNFC will look to try and get a few meters along the fringes. It's all very slow ball. Abdullah Faiz trying to launch a counter ruck, but not successful. So CHNFC once again looking to attack along the fringes, eventually deciding to get the ball out. Madhushankar finds Fernando, who will go in for CHNFC's second try. Beautifully constructed try, you'd have to say. And once again, it's that man, Udesh Madhushankar, linking up out wide, breaking that first line of defense and drawing the final man beautifully to get the ball out to Fernando to put the finishing touches. As we have a look at that once again, the decoy runner came in, Udesh Madhushankar, just finding a small gap to get behind the first line of defense, and then had the presence of mind to draw the final defender and get the ball out to Fernando, who has gleefully put the finishing touches, like all wing three-quarters do, to give CHNFC the lead. And the conversion is successful, so CHNFC, after trailing 7 points to nil, have replied with 2 converted tries of their own. And as we approach the last 6 minutes of this first half, are leading 14 points to 7.
Well, Udesh Madhushankar seems like has been determined to be a back, but has been is playing in the forwards due to coach's insistence, because he's shown some skill so far. Abdullah, he's appeared at the correct areas. Interestingly, three schools head coaches in the bench today. Sanat Maris of St. Peter's College, Salih Kumar coaching the Antonians, and of course Danushka Buteju of Isipatana.
So Havelock's launching another attack. Looks like they have numbers out wide. Someone needs to straighten the ball out. Pereira takes the ball up into contact. It's recycled. The ball is given to Shehan Silva. Once again, the ball is been spread on that short side. Rajaratna very nearly collects that ball, but unfortunately, it's been kicked out on the full.
Seems like Mohammad Rifani is back and had gone out to get tended to a blood-bean injury. Yes, kicked out on the full. Ball crossing the plane of touch.
Havelock's trying to launch an attack. Mushin Falil tries to draw a defender. Sudesh Jaivikrama doing well to hold on to possession. Nice long cutout pass by Jaivikrama to Pereira. And this time CH have been penalized for not rolling away. So decision time for Havelocks. It's a very kickable penalty, but looks like they'll go for touch. And Jaivikrama sends play into the 22.
Harris, I think, haven't had possession in this part of the field as much as they would have liked. The tackler first needed to get away before the tackler could do his work, and Fajreen doing very well to make that penalty. Faiz, the collection. Rifan sends out Dilshan. Oh, that's going to be the second Commercial Bank try. What a run. That time by the lock. Johnny Do Fernando. Top stuff from Havelock Sports Club. They had to reply before the second half. Decision was to be made from that penalty, whether they were going to go for touch or whether they were going to go to the line. And they opted to go to touch. And take a look at that. Johnny Do Fernando. Brilliant turn. Reminds you of Kevin Milamu back in the day. Much bigger lad. Lovely bit of stuff.
Yes, brilliant work by the heavy second row, and Jaivikrama makes no mistake with the conversion. So with just a couple of minutes to go to half time, we are black at 14 points all. It's been an intriguing half, hasn't it, Sudarshana? Lead changing hands. Both teams, though, not managing to get maximum fluency. Havelock's three quarters looking dangerous on occasions whenever the ball has reached Rajaratnam's hands. CHNFC on their part have preferred to keep the ball tight as possible. De Silva with the restart. Cleanly collected. Referee has his hands out for a high shot.
Referee Abikon straight away. not happy. We'll have a chat with the assistant referee, Deepapurnavardhana, who was the closest. Only a warning for them, so no problem there.
Yes, Chatura Dilshan is the victim. Ramesh Fernando just coming in a little bit recklessly.
Out.
Needed to be a bit more circumspect when he made contact. So Jai Vikrama to clear the lines of Havelock Sports Club. We line out right on the 40-meter mark. Decent crowd here at Racecourse to witness this round 7 encounter for the YC Chang Challenge Trophy. Cleanly collected ball from that line out. Now Havelock's trying to launch a driving maul of their own, managing to get a few meters. Ball is being given out. It's Tiven Pereira who takes the ball up. Rifan looks like he's going to go on the short side, but changes his mind and goes for a kick from the base, which is a tap back. And it's nicely collected by Falil. Makes a bit of ground. And very clearly, Janindu Dilshan being informed that he needed to release the tackler. Some good communication by the referee. Unfortunately, Dilshan not heeding the advice. And looks like Havelocks have decided to go to the post, which will probably be the final play of this first half. And Sudarshan would have to say that's a good decision, isn't it? Just points before half-time to take that lead. We'll just give them a bit of confidence going into Lemons as we have a look at that once again. Janu Dilshan needed to show a clear release, which he didn't.
A brilliant decision by Havelock Sports Club to offer points. It's important that they go in with the lead, and Jai Vikrama's kick connects and absolutely just makes it. And they will go into half-time with a 3-point lead here, 17 points to 14. Good work by the Havies to come back after that second try from CHNFC.
Yes, that'll just make Havelocks feel so much better going into half-time. They're the ones who took the lead, but CHNFC came storming back to take a 7-point lead. But in those last 5 minutes, Havelocks managed to string a few attacks together and put the CH defense under pressure. And as the score stands at halftime, 17 points to 14 in favor of the visitors. And they'll be pretty pleased with how that half ended. But nonetheless, everything to play for in that second half. The game's still very much in the balance. So what we'll do is we'll go in for a quick break, and we'll see you on the other side with the highlights of the first half and the commencement of the second half.
Spicy fun vibe with the Karana. Beat a remake Karana the winner. Hada with the Bawala give me a fashion Karana. Fun Turana Kotumi Kiki Kolena. Prima Kotumi Fantamai.
England's finest return to the subcontinent. India rises to the challenge. England Tour of India 2025, 22nd January to 12th February. Live on the Papare TV HD, Dialog ViU App and thepapare.com.
Kamuda Machang, prima kottumi, fantamai.
Langin ma inna friendship bo my a friendship big thava super vennai
hite aadare update vennai e aadara deviyama super vennai me hamdala perfect vennai e hama ayatama super de vennai lankawa pura satuta connect way hama sambandhaka super ek vennai
ආවරණයෙන් නොදෙවෙනි එයාටෙල් සුබ සම්බන්ධයක්.
Kottumi, fantamai. Langin ma inna friendship bo my a friendship big thava super vennai
hite aadare update vennai e aadara deviyama super vennai me hamdala perfect vennai e hama ayatama super de vennai lankawa pura satuta connect way hama sambandhaka super ek vennai
ආවරණයෙන් නොදෙවෙනි එයාටෙල් සුබ සම්බන්ධයක්.
Matang ya muda matang, 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 matang ya muda matang. Kamuda matang, prima kottumi, fantamai.
Langin ma inna friendship bo my a friendship big thava super vennai
hite aadare update vennai e aadara deviyama super vennai me hamdala perfect vennai e hama ayatama super de vennai lankawa pura satuta connect way hama sambandhaka super ek vennai
ආවරණයෙන් නොදෙවෙනි එයාටෙල් සුබ සම්බන්ධයක්.
Kottumi, fantamai.
England's finest return to the subcontinent. India rises to the challenge. England Tour of India 2025, 22nd January to 12th February. Live on the Papare TV HD, Dialog ViU App and thepapare.com.
Prima kottumi, oh my my, sanat vela manadam, mindful life, venom happening. Real rasa trending, venna ko hot and spicy rasa king. Prima kottumi, fantamai.
England's finest return to the subcontinent. India rises to the challenge. England Tour of India 2025, 22nd January to 12th February. Live on the Papare TV HD, Dialog ViU App and thepapare.com.
Matang ya muda matang, 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 matang ya muda matang. Kamuda matang, prima kottumi, fantamai.
Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime. The stage is set, the players are prepared and the SA20 is here. South Africa's premier T20 Cricket League. Live on the Papare TV, Dialog ViU App and thepapare.com.
Kamuda matang, prima kottumi, fantamai.
England's finest return to the subcontinent. India rises to the challenge. England Tour of India 2025, 22nd January to 12th February. Live on the Papare TV HD, Dialog ViU App and thepapare.com.
Prima kottumi, fantamai.
Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime. The stage is set, the players are prepared and the SA20 is here. South Africa's premier T20 Cricket League. Live on the Papare TV, Dialog ViU App and thepapare.com.
Prima kottumi, oh my my, sanat vela manadam, mindful life, venom happening. Real rasa trending, venna ko hot and spicy rasa king. Prima kottumi, fantamai. Hot and spicy, fun vibe, bigger be better karanda. Beat a remake karanda tavinna. Hada wada bawala yana, give me a fashion karanda. Fun turana, kottumi kikki karanda. Prima kottumi, fantamai.
Kamuda matang, prima kottumi, fantamai. Matang ya muda matang, matang ya muda matang, matang ya muda matang, matang ya muda matang, matang ya muda matang. machan, kamuda machan, prima kottumi, fantamai.
Prima kottumi, fantamai.
England's finest return to the subcontinent. India rises to the challenge. England Tour of India 2025, 22nd January to 12th February. Live on the Papare TV HD, Dialog ViU App and ThePapare.com.
Hot and spicy fun vibe Rugby barakarana. Beat a remake karana tevinna. Hada wada bawala yana give me a fashion karana. Fun turana kottumi kikki kolena. Prima kottumi, fantamai.
Matanya muda machan, 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 kamuda machan, prima kottumi, fantamai.
Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime. The stage is set, the players are prepared and the SA20 is here. South Africa's premier T20 Cricket League. Live on the Papare TV, Dialog ViU App and ThePapare.com.
Kamuda machan, prima kottumi, fantamai.
Prima kottumi, fantamai.
Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime. The stage is set, the players are prepared and the SA20 is here. South Africa's premier T20 Cricket League. Live on the Papare TV, Dialog ViU App and ThePapare.com.
Prima kottumi, oh my my. Sunat vela manadam, made full life when I'm happening. Real rasta trending, when go hot and spicy rasa king. Prima kottumi, fantamai. Hot and spicy fun vibe Rugby barakarana. Beat a remake karana tevinna. Hada wada bawala yana give me a fashion karana. Fun turana kottumi kikki kolena. Prima kottumi, fantamai.
Kamuda machan, prima kottumi, fantamai.
So welcome to the Racecourse as both teams make their way back onto the field for the commencement of this second half between Havelock Sports Club and CHNFC. As we have a look at the first half highlights, it was Havelocks who drew first blood, courtesy Jai to Rajaratna. Conversion was successful by Jai Vikrama. And then CHNFC fought back well, strung a few phases together and got the try from a driving maul. Conversion was successful, and then wonderful bit of work by Havelock's blindside flanker Udesh Madhushankar, getting the ball out to wing three-quarter Ravin Fernando, who put the finishing touches almost. And the conversion was successful. It was 14-7 at that point, and then a wonderful run by Janindu Fernando, breaking a couple of tackles, showing good lower body strength to barge over. And then on the stroke of half-time, Janindu Dilshan, CHNFC skipper, not releasing the tackler before playing the ball at the ruck, conceding the penalty, and Jai Vikrama Senior made no mistake with the conversion.
Restart by CHNFC and Havis wanting to clear their lines, brings play back to close to the halfway mark.
So Anuk Fernando with the throw-in. Back of the line out, but it's crooked. So this time Havelock's deciding to compete for the ball and thereby managing to win the scrum purely with the fact that they competed. There were quite a few occasions in that first half where throws were not quite straight, wasn't it, Sudarshana? But the new rule that has come into play, where if the opposition team does not compete at the line out, then play will go on. This time Havis deciding to compete, and the throw was not straight, so they have managed to get a scrum, and the three quarters will once again try to create something. And Jayaratna coming off his wing. Brilliant work by Janindu Dilshan, managing to win the penalty, taking the quick tap, creating another phase. And storming run by CHNFC's flanker, Sachin Tavaidya Ratna. Good recycle ball. Long pass. Dilshan straightens out. Not the best of passers, you'd have to say, but once again, Madhushankar done brilliant well to hold on to the ball. CHNFC recycle position. De Silva taking the ball up, laying it back. A break on the short side. But Havelock's defense had that blind side covered. Nonetheless, CHNFC just managing to hold on to possession. Attacking along the fringes, gaining some good ground.
Back, last foot.
Another pick and go. Slow ball by CHNFC, eventually deciding to go out wide. Passing to Bandara, running across. And unfortunately just losing the ball as the try line beckoned is Vaidyaratnanda. That was a really well constructed phase of play. It was, Devinder Ratnayaka, the guilty party. This time identifying that there was a bit of space out wide. They had the man-on-man advantage. And again, nice running line by Bandara before he got the ball out. But unfortunately, Ratnayaka unable to put the finishing touches to that move.
Goal line dropout has been the call, and correctly so by the referee. Some brilliant work by Jayatu Rajaratna managing to salvage that, because it looked like Ratnayaka was going to touch down. Jai Vikrama with the goal line dropout, opts to go deep. De Silva is there to collect it. Here's passing to Bandara, dangerous from this distance. Bandara breaks the first tackle. Bandara still going into the 22 meters. Barging run from Bandara. Now to the short side, De Silva. That's going to be a penalty, obstructing the tackler.
Really unfortunate for CHNFC. What a wonderful run by the young former Peter Wright fullback. Just seemed there was absolutely nothing on, but just the turn of speed and some brilliant footwork, resulting in creating a phase so close to the try line, and unfortunately a little bit of miscommunication on that right flank, resulting in a penalty being conceded. It's the kind of errors CHNFC cannot afford to do. It was a lazy run by Madhushankar. You can see De Silva protesting his innocence, but I have to say the referee made the right call. Fajruddin with the throw-in. Good steal by CHNFC. And De Silva just kicking the ball out on the full. It's a pretty poor error by the CHNFC fly half. CH did really well to steal that ball, but it was kicked out on the full, unfortunately. So it will be a line out on the 40-meter mark.
Havis will want to try and rectify the errors in the line-outs. They need to make sure that They need to make sure that they get their fluency right, especially in the line out cordon, in order for their backs to get the quality ball.
So we'll recommence play. It'll be Fajuddin with the throw in. Finds Shem Mendes. Nice switch play, but the ball has been ripped right off the hands of Mushin Falil. And De Silva will once again use the boot, but this time does find space. Looks like it's well covered by
Offside.
fullback Chetan Rajaratna, but it was not the best of kicks. So position has been turned over. Pasindu Bandara taking the ball up, and it's a good counter ruck by Havelocks, but looks like a referee will come back for a penalty.
Offside.
Yes, it was a disappointing clearance by Chetan Rajaratna, putting his team under a lot of pressure, and were forced to chase that kick from an offside position. So penalty has been conceded, and De Silva obliges by driving the ball into the 22. So you have a look at that once again. Not the best of clearances. So what referee Abe Kohn has adjudicated was that the Heavies forwards in the main did not retreat. So Havelocks guilty of collapsing the maul. It will be another penalty for
Number 3.
CHNFC. I don't think De Silva will have any hesitation to just put it into touch. And we'll have another line out, and in all probability another driving maul. Just 5 meters away from the try line. So I think the guilty party on that occasion was Shehan Silva. So that's a really good counter drive by Heavies rather, forcing CHNFC to get the ball out to their 3/4.
Backward.
Then Pasidhu Bandar trying to create something, but Havelock's defense was on him. And then it's De Silva who takes the ball up, creates another phase. Again, Havelock's defense quick to rush up, forcing CHNFC to use their forwards to create a bit of inroads midfield. And De Silva looking for that out wide kick, very nearly finding the mark. But unfortunately, just being bundled into touch. Nonetheless, CHNFC will have another line out.
Well, line out after line out. But what has happened here is CHNFC trying to make sure that they put pressure on the Heavies. Done well. Onus now on Disanaika and the CH forwards. Heavies need to at least get one man up, otherwise it will make Disanaika's life so much easier to hit the man. Disanaika with the throw in, no contest. Madhushan collects it, ball at the back, available for CH. Set is the call from referee Abe Kohn. CH going to their backs, pressure coming in from Jai Vikrama. Here's an opportunity for Fernando, and Fernando will go for the third commercial bank try. Just like that. Had to do a lot of work, Fernando, in order to touch down his second commercial bank try of the game, Ramesh Fernando. And it looked like there was absolutely no space for him to go. He says, let me show you how it's done. Bandara was the first receiver, did very well to identify that there was space in the corner. Fernando negotiates Rajaratna, keeps his foot inside the ground and touches down for the third commercial bank try for CHNFC and his second. Just like that, CHNFC goes in front of Havelock Sports Club with 2 points. With the conversion to come, Malik Pereira with the opportunity now to try and increase the lead. And he has no problem. 2 more points added, 21-17. The Gymkhana Club in front.
Brilliant work by the CHNFC wing 3/4. And another wonderful bit of work by Malik Pereira as well. From the touchline, splitting the upright to extend his team's lead. But good presence of mind by the CH left wing as well to realize that the touchline was right on him, but used his strength and balance to good effect. And now trying to launch another attack, and this time loses the ball in contact. CHNFC just putting themselves under pressure, needed to get back into the opponent's half. And looks like we'll come back for the knock-on. Fernando is probably thinking of the try he scored when he collected the ball from that kickoff.
Well, yet again reiterating and reconfirming that teams are really vulnerable soon after they score. You need to really make sure that you are in focus, especially after you score. Teams tend to take their foot off the pedal when that happens. Opportunity now for Havis. Rifan, Jai Vikrama, Falil. Crashing in on that was the number 15 for Havis. Madhuanta, who's come onto the field. Here's Rifan, shows and goes, sniping run, but finds his opposite number, Malik Pereira. Here's Madhuanta playing halfback to the skipper, who tucks it in, nobody to secure that ball, so Jai Vikrama has to come in on the act. Here's Madhuanta. Here's the younger Jai Vikrama, looking for options, but referee Abikon seems like the AR has spotted something.
Looks like the assistant referee has spotted something. Seems that there was a knock-on at that breakdown, so it will be a scrum in favor of Havelocks on the 25 center field. Great attacking opportunity for Havelocks. Rifan with the feed. CHNFC trying to apply a bit of pressure, but Dilshan deciding to get the ball out. Jai Vikrama. Again, it's all very slow and static. No conviction or continuity in how they played the ball. The one problem that both three quarters have faced in this game, Sudarshan, is that just their running lines, isn't it? Just being a little bit lateral. No one seems to be straightening the line. Jai Vikram on that occasion, the guilty party. It was a great attacking opportunity. Centre field, right on the 25-meter mark.
Captain.
So we have a player who is injured.
Captain.
It's CH open side flanker. Devendra Ratnayaka being given a little bit of attention. So it's 21 points to 17, 53 minutes into this week 7 game of the Mastercard Rugby Club Tournament. So Malik Pereira with the feed.
Stay. Low.
Gets the ball out to De Silva, who will look to find touch. And does so successfully. It looks like there was a deflection as the kick was made. So CHNFC will get a lucky break. They'll have the throw in through this line out. Pulasidi Sanayaka with the throw-in. CH tapped the ball back. Malik Shapara takes the loose ball and clears.
The ball carrier did have his knee on the ground, so which is why referee Abekon straight away wanted the tacklers to release. De Silva wanting to go to the line, and this time gets some decent yardage on that. Brings player very close to the 22-meter mark. CH after that score seems to have gotten a lot of confidence. It has been a good game for spot kicking, isn't it? Abdullah kicks off the tee, has been spot on 100% so far in this game.
Yes, the conditions here have aided that as well. Isn't it, Sudarshan? Very still conditions, not much of wind. And with yet another 25 minutes to go, place kicking could prove crucial. Just 4 points in it. So looks like Devendra Ratnayaka will make way. We'll get back to you who has replaced him as CHNFC win that line out cleanly and try to launch a driving maul. Eventually it disintegrates. And referee has adjudicated that that maul was legally collapsed by Havelocks.
The players who had bound in for the initial maul, take a look at that, was still coming through the gate, and when it went down, the number 18 was right on top of the ball for Havelock Sports Club, Sachin Thanawaidanatha. Was on top of the ball, not letting it come out.
Yes, you can see the frustration on the CH front rows. Thought that they should have been rewarded for that drive, but referee Abekon adjudicating that the CH scrum did not remain square and they were driving across. So it will be a line out in favor of Havelocks as a result of that penalty. Azmir Fajuddin with the throw-in. Goes to the back of the line out successfully. Finds Chatura Dilshan, who collects the ball, and Havelocks launch a driving maul of their own. Eventually Rifan gets the ball out to Jai Vikrama, who sends it out to his brother, who gets the ball out to Chetana Rajaratna. A nice run to the flank, did well to stay in play. And it's the replacement prop forward who carries that ball forward. And skipper Abdullah Faiz breaking a couple of tackles. This is good by Havelocks, constantly changing the point of attack. Mushin Falil taking the ball up, losing it, but Jai Vikram on hand to recover the loose ball. Fajuddin takes it up, but some really good defense by CHNFC. Abdullah Faiz getting the ball out to Madhuanta. And once again, it's Udara Lakshan who takes the ball up. And now Rajaratna takes the ball up. This is really good by Havelocks. Really stretching the CHNFC defense. Now going close quarters. It's replacement prop forward. It's Charana Sena Naika. Fajuddin will once again look to attack along the fringes. CHNFC defense holding on thus far. Still under the pump. Rifan will get the ball out to Sena Naika, who will take it up once again. They're going to go through their forwards. It's Janindu Fernando. And looks like he has gone over for his second commercial blank try. Brilliant work by Janindu Fernando. Seems a very strong ball carrier in such short quarters in terms of getting over the line. And as a result, CHNFC will rue the opportunities they lost before this try came about.
Here's another look at that. Fernando initially goes to the ground, but the momentum carrying him through. Commercial bank try time, second time for Fernando, and third commercial bank try for Havelock Sports Club. And due to their penalty just before half time, they go in front of CHNFC despite the conversion going astray. 22 points to 21. Keenly contested game we have on our hands here.
Yes, just a one-pointer as we enter the final quarter of this game. It's been a real thrilling one, at least in terms of the scoreboard. Set up brilliantly for the final 20 minutes. De Silva restarts play. Collected by Chatura Dilshan, gets it out to Madhuanta, who finds touch just beyond the 40-meter mark. So it'll be Pulasti Dasanaika with the throw-in. Finds his mark, gets the ball out to Malik Shah, who gets it out to De Silva. Good recycle possession. This time going to the boot. Not quite sure that was the correct option. Madhuanta launches a counter-attack of his own. Nice short ball. Real good carry by the heavies forward. Madhuanta playing at the number 9 position. Chatura Dilshan carrying the ball forward, getting the ball out to Madhuanta, who decides to go cross field. Trying to find Rajaratna. Unfortunately, the bounce is not kind to him. And it'll dribble over into touch.
Good thinking that time by Havelock Sports Club. Madhuanta tried to put the ball behind Fernando, as you can see on the right side of your screen on the earlier shot. Fernando has a big strapping on his thigh, so it's not very easy for him to turn back. If the ball had gone behind Fernando, that would have given Rajaratne a real good opportunity to try and attack that ball. Identifying those spaces. As CH look to get out of jail.
Silva. This time it's CHNFC who haven't retired 10 meters. Madhushankar taking the ball up. Fajuddin being told that he cannot play the ball, so he lets go very wisely. And this time it's De Silva who kicks the ball ahead, but it's touched down by Madhuanta on the inside the goal line. Looks like he's in a bit of pain as well, holding his quadricep. Have a look at that once again. Bit of a collision. Don't think there was any malice to it. It was Randita Varnapura with the chase. Good to see that Madhuanta is back on his feet. The way this game is set up, Sudarshana, his boot could prove to be the deciding factor in the end. We'll have to wait and see.
Especially being in the final quarter of the game, teams will try to play as much rugby as they possibly can in the opposition red zone. So CHNFC will be happy that they're here. Jai Vikrama opting to kick deep. Here's Pasindu Bandara, dangerous runner whenever he has ball in hand. High tackle, penalty advantage in favor of CHNFC. This is kicking distance for the Gymkhana club. They need to be wise though now on what option they are going to take from here. We are in the final quarter. Do they go 4 points or will they go 2 touch? We will have to wait and see. Abdullah, I think points is the name of the game, although the angle is a little difficult. Malik Pereira has been kicking very well.
Yes, but probably feels this a little bit out of his range. So De Silva will put it into touch once again. And CHNFC will try and launch an attack from this situation. Looks like that's the end of Ramesh Silva's day. Seems to be struggling with a quadricep injury by the looks of it. So Disanaika with the throw, finds his mark. CHNFC forming a maul, gaining good ground. It's advantage for CHNFC because Udar Alakshan guilty of collapsing that maul, and he could be in a bit of trouble. It was pretty cynical what he did. Referee wants to have a look, and you'd have to say, Sudarshana, that's 100% the correct call. It was very cynical when CHNFC had a bit of momentum from that driving maul. Made no attempt to stay on his feet. Went to the ground himself and tried to drag the maul down as well. So that could prove crucial, isn't it? Down to 14 players for the next 10 minutes.
Yes, and we only have 15 minutes to go according to our clock. Take a look at this lovely setup by CHNFC. Now it's going to be even more difficult for the Park Club to try and defend this one as CHNFC go forward. Successful line out, keeping it close to the forwards. The latch is on by the players behind the ball carrier. Forwards will want to keep it close to them. They've done well for CH. Harry's putting their bodies on the line. Fernando has been absolutely brilliant for Havelock Sports Club. CH still asking a lot of questions, searching for that bonus point try. They've touched down thrice for Commercial Bank tries, looking for the fourth one. Now Madhushan, who's done a lot in this game, is been omnipresent, reaching out for the line, still short. Now forwards, looking to go the distance. Harris will breathe a massive sigh of relief.
Yes, and really good discipline and composure shown by Havis as well. On the try line, never panicked, just held their ground. And eventually just holding it up to win a goal line dropout. Replacement prop forward, Udara Lakshan. We'll have to watch proceedings for the next 8 minutes or so before he makes his way onto the field. You can see players on the ground, a few of them cramping up as well. So have a look at that once again. Madhushan taking the ball up. And doing really well to ward off repeated attacks along the fringes. And then eventually just managing to hold the ball up over the line and win a 22 dropout. Or rather, goal line dropout. Have to say, Sudarshana, CHNFC will definitely consider that another missed opportunity. One of the main differences I've seen both teams in attack, Sudarshan, is that Havelock's constantly changed the point of attack, isn't it, in offense? CHNFC, on the other hand, prefer to keep it along the fringes, which can be a bit predictable at times. Madhushan with the restart, not finding the mark. Looks like CHNFC with another break along the short side. Malik Shafarera does well. Retains position. Charna Senanaika makes the tackle. Malik Shah to Dinesh. Not sure of that option. Rifan takes the ball up. And unfortunately, the ball goes forward.
Pretty baffling, isn't it? It's the second or third time Dinesh De Silva has opted to go for that option of kicking the ball in front. Twice, it almost turned out to be a score for the opposition side. Last time it was Samuel Madhuanta, this time Mohammad Rifan trying to run around, but luckily for them, Rifan not managing to hold on to that. All he had to do was and recycle. Havis now have to make sure that they defend out of their skin. They are down to 14 men. It's very important that they put their hands up and do a little bit extra.
Yes, you can see the players cramping up as well, isn't it, Sudarshana? A little bit surprising given the conditions that are prevalent here today. But it's been a very intense battle, especially up front.
And also the fact that I think Racecourse grounds is not the most easiest place to run about, because it's a very soft underfoot conditions, so it takes a little bit more toll on your legs, on your calves than the general grounds. But CHNFC are expected to be used to the conditions. It's their home base here. Here's CH through Malik Shah. New legs coming into the field for the Gymkhana club and also the Park club.
De Silva changing the Point of attack, going on the short side, getting the ball out to Niroshan Pereira. Who takes the ball into contact. Recycled well, but again, very slow ball. Nice miss pass by De Silva, but Havelock's defense has that side of the field covered. Good recycled ball again. De Silva again deciding to go to the boot. You'd have to say that's a pretty poor option. Not for the first time. Madhuanta takes a quick tap and hacks it downfield and finds a really good touch. It's just unimaginable, the decision making by Dinesh De Silva.
Well, back to back, isn't it? And it's going to take a toll on your forwards as well, who are working really hard to get to that territory, get to the position in very good quarters, but then just giving it away so very cheaply. All Madhuanta had to do was collect it, put his hand up and say, ref, mark. And he does well to put the ball to boot and gain really valuable territorial advantage.
Another clean line out by CHNFC. So it was well taken by Anuja Ravindu. And De Silva once again going to the boot. This time though the correct option. Madhuanta does really well to collect that. And gets the ball out to Fernando. Johnny the Fernando taking the ball up. Stays on his feet until support arrives. Rifan gets the ball out to Jai Vikrama. Gets the ball out to his brother. And a lovely inside pass. Rajaratna. Very nearly through, but does well to stay onto his feet. Advantage for Havelocks. Player not getting on the correct side before getting the ball out. Charana Senanayaka. Rifan. Once again, Havelocks changing the point of attack. Madhuanta taking the ball off. Referee Abekon has his hand out for an advantage. And Jai Vikrama will just put the ball into touch. And Raja Ratna, what a wonderful bit of work by the left wing. He goes over for his second commercial bank try.
Oh, brilliant stuff by Havelock Sports Club. Absolutely brilliant. You got to give credit to them, like Abdullah mentioned time and time again. Very wisely changing points of attack. And Jai Vikramani, the penalty was coming. Took the roll of the dice and Jayat Rajarathan right on top of that. Again, that step. Hoodwinking Malik Shaparera, and he says, thank you very much, collecting his second commercial bank try. And that's the bonus point try for Havelock Sports Club, which could really seal this game for them and winning that all-important inaugural YC Chang Challenge Trophy, awarded for the first time this game in honor of the great legendary gentleman who departed just a couple of days ago. 27 points to 21, 74 minutes on our clock. And while being down 14 men, Havelock Sports Club have managed to keep the opposition at bay and scorers try themselves.
Yes, let's have a look at that once again. Beautifully weighted kick by Jai Vikrama. And Jayatu Rajaratna, not for the first time this season, winning an aerial battle to go over for the line. He did it last week as well against the Army Sports Club as well. A real talent, this lad from DSN and Naika, playing his first season of club rugby, Sudarshan, and he's made it his own. That left wing jersey.
Well, surely it doesn't look like he's playing his first season of club rugby, as Havelock Sports Club safely gather the restart, and they will be hoping to try and clear this one out after the forwards do the initial work. Madhuanta puts the ball high up underneath it. It's passing to Bandara. Bandara will have to work his magic, bring something out of the hat as De Silva looks to run. We haven't seen him running much. Finally does, and now earns a penalty for CHNFC. This could be the very last roll of the dice. 6 points separating the two teams. Opportunity now for CH, and this could be the last one.
Yes, that's a pretty disappointing bit of discipline by Shem Mendes, you'd have to say. Just needed to keep their discipline. You don't want to give away penalties in your own half. Give CHNFC the opportunity to kick it and then launch attacks from your own 22. It's just those kind of decision making under pressure, isn't it, Sudarshana? In a close game like this, that could prove crucial.
Time ticking here at Racecourse. We are on to the last 4 minutes according to our clock. There could be a couple more minutes remaining on the referee's watch. Now calling up for replacements, as I believe Dinesh De Silva has been hampered with an injury. Important decisions to be made here. Who will come in to replace him, because whoever comes in has to come in on the full throttle in a very, very important phase of the game.
So the equation for CHNFC is pretty simple. They need a converted try to get back into the game. Anything less will not do. As we have a look at that penalty once again, Sham Mendes really needed to maintain his body weight and not go off his feet. Sure, Coach Salia will be pretty disappointed with that effort. And
well, talk about disappointment, Abdullah. I think these are coach killers. These are absolute coach killers, isn't it? Randita Varnapura that time, overcooking that one. All you need is a simple touch finder. Absolutely criminal, because that could have been the last opportunity for CHNFC. I believe it was Malik Pereira trying to do a little too much, being greedy for that extra meter or two. They've given away opportunity. They've given away a golden opportunity to try and win this one back. Havis now need to make sure that they get this scrum with the decent momentum. They need to have a good settled scrum here and get their kickers to the work.
Ball fed in by Rifan. Gets it out to Jai Vikrama, who will hoist it in there into the other side of play. And Madhuanta has retrieved possession. Rajaratna, really good chase, but you'd have to say that was very well recovered. And Janido Dilshan has kicked it back. Chased it himself, but Havelocks have managed to get adequate players behind, and some brilliant work by the CHNFC skipper. Takes the quick tap, and looks like Havelocks are going to lose another player to the bin. And this time it's Mushin Falil, or rather Madhuanta.
Samuel Madhuanta, I think he was caught at the wrong place at the wrong time. Had no intention to slow that up, but pressure now. Look, this could be the final roll of the dice as Jani Chandimal given the responsibility. Oh, you did not. Has he done that yet again? Oh no, he's done it again. Oh, that's criminal. That's just absolutely criminal. Referee Abekon not happy as the CH players go up in arm protesting.
Yes, well, there's no point blaming the touch judge, isn't it, Sudarshana? You make it a 50-50 call, then it becomes the touch judge's prerogative. And to just do it on two occasions so close to each other is just unforgivable, really.
Oh, criminal, Abdullah. Earlier time, I thought the game was done. Yet again, they got a second chance, and you do exactly the same thing again. I think CH have nobody else to blame but themselves. Another penalty. What is CH going to do? They can't trust their kickers to go for touch. Skipper Dilshan says, I'll take it. Janit Chandimal says, no, give me one last chance. And this time around, no problem.
And what a brilliant scrum by CHNFC, isn't it? Deciding to throw everything behind it. We know how dangerous they can be at scrum time. And could they have got that crucial penalty at the correct moment for them to just get a sniff? Pulasti Disanaika has botched it once again for his team. Rifan will get the ball out to Jai Vikrama, who will just clear the ball downfield. And you'd have to say, Sudarshana, CHNFC only have themselves to blame. They've had ample opportunities, just making pretty elementary errors at crucial moments.
Last play of the game has been announced by the referee, loud and clear. Pulasti has one throw. CH forwards have one line out. Can they turn this one around? Abdullah, we need to decide on the player of the match for this game, and couple of nominations from CHNFC. I believe Udesh Madhushankar was absolutely brilliant. So was their skipper, Janit Dilshan. But as it stands now, I think it's going to be pretty difficult for us to look away from that mercurial winger, Jayathu Rajaratna Abdullah, because he's been absolutely phenomenal, scoring 2 tries, and also honourable mention to the Javi's lock forward Janidu Fernando. Again, one more opportunity.
Yes, Sudarshana, I think we can take a small break on that, because this game is still very much hanging in the balance. Being taken in the air is the call. So crucial mistake by Javi's rather, and Chandimal for the second time makes no mistake.
We are in the red. CH need a converted try. Javi's just have to defend this one with all their might. If it's going to be a try, make sure the angle is difficult. Uncontested. Anjula collects it. Use it. This is the call from the referee. CH marching forward. Will keep it close to their forwards. It's not going to come out, that we know. Attacking the fringes. They haven't changed the point of attack, as Abdullah mentioned earlier. But now, closing in on that goal post. Madhushankar. CH forwards rallying around. Vimukti with the carry. Here's Maliksha to Pulasti. Pulasti met with force. Pulasti being driven back. But ball available at the back for CHNFC. Use it, says referee. CH holding on to their dear life. Pressure from Havelock Sports Club. They've won the ball back. They just need to bang it outside. But a penalty comes in way of the Gymkhana club. Turnover is okay, but he was holding on to that ball.
Janju Dilshan decides to take the short tap. And again, CHNFC will probably look to attack along the fringes. It's what they are most comfortable doing. And in these crucial moments, that's what you want to do. Not go away from what you are comfortable in. Once again, very slow ball. CHNFC will inch ahead. See a CHNFC player down. The ball comes out. And Dilshan has lost the ball in contact. And for the second time in a week, Sudarshana, you'd have to say CHNFC, with the line beckoning on with the last move, have been unable to put the finishing touches, and as a result, Havelock Sports Club have pulled this game 21 points to 27, and as a result will be the inaugural winners of the YC Chang Challenge Trophy.
What a game we witnessed here, Abdullah. So many chances coming in the way of CHNFC. Even after ref said last move, they've got 3 penalties that they could have capitalized on. But I think it's fair to say our initial nomination of Jayathu Rajaratne.
Yeah, absolutely, Sudarshan. I don't think we can look much beyond him. Honorable mention to Janindu Fernando as well. Another two-try scorer. But overall, the impact that Jayaratne had from that left wing is pretty much sees him as a player of the game today. But overall, Sudarshana, it's been a really entertaining game, especially in that final quarter, isn't it? Before that, it was just meandering along, but suddenly the level of intensity went up. And we saw quite a few errors being repeated one after the other, and eventually CHNFC just not good enough in terms of executing under pressure. They had more than their fair share of opportunities, and will only need to look back. And then can be fairly sure, Sudarshana, that review session on Monday is not going to be a very pleasant one.
We'll forget the disappointment of the loss. It's the review session that they are not going to be very happy at, Abdullah, because the chances that CHNFC gave away, paving way for that final scoreline you see on the screen, 21 points to 27. Havis winning the inaugural YC Chang Challenge Trophy here at Racecourse, and also with that continuing their momentum, continuing their good work into the final weeks of the first round. Highlights of the second half. The half was started off by Dinesh De Silva's kick. It was CH who really put the foot to the pedal through Fernando's second commercial bank try. Lovely conversion to add in the extras as well. And then came Janindu Fernando's equalizer, his second commercial bank try. But this is what changed the game for Havelock Sports Club. Jayathu Rajaratne and Sandesh Jayavikrama combining with penalty advantage on their line, and Janindu Dilshan. What a tackle that was by Jayavikrama. to win that game. The younger Jaya Vikram at that important tackle on the opposition skipper wins the game for Havelock Sports Club.
Yes, so as a result, Havelocks will continue to be in contention. And that next week encounter against CRNFC, Sudarshan, is going to be an absolute ripper. But these are the key stats for today. Havelock Sports Club 27 points to 21, and that all-important stat of 5 tries to 3 gives Havelocks a bonus point as well. 3 conversions to 2, as CHNFC will get a losing bonus point as well. And of course, our player of the match today, Jayathu Rajaratna, for 2 wonderful tries that he scored, as well as his work rate off that left wing was brilliant. So these are the upcoming fixtures. Today in the evening, Police Sports Club will take on CRNFC at 6:15. You can catch us on ThePapare.com for those live pictures. Then tomorrow, Air Force will travel up to Nittawala against Kandy Sports Club. And at the Navy grounds, the debutants, Sri Lions, will be up against the hosts in a bottom-of-the-table clash.
Yeah, clash for the wooden spoon with Navy and Sri Lions going against each other. But that game, high-riding Navy Air Force Sports Club taking on the challengers, Kandy Sports Club in Nittawala, is going to be a crunch affair. But it's going to be an interesting one. Yeah, CRNFC will take on Police Sports Club a little while from now. So do not go anywhere, because we have some very, very interesting action coming up. Next week, fixtures, interesting ones again. The first game will be the Sailors taking on the Soldiers. That is at Navy Sports Club grounds. And followed by Air Force hosting Sri Lions at Air Force grounds. That is on 1st of February. Next game is going to be Kandy travelling down to Colombo to take on Police at the Police Park. And then a rivalry that has gone on for ages. Havelock Sports Club meeting CRNFC at their home ground at Havelock Park.
So those are the pictures of Havelock Sports Club lifting the ViU Challenge trophy. Very proud moment, not just for the Park Club lads, but even for the family of ViU Chang to be honoured in such a way. It's a great tribute to a man who has contributed immensely to Sri Lankan rugby. And Sudarshan, after that first 60 minutes where the game just did not reach the heights, in the last 20 minutes, both these teams threw everything at each other. Just some crucial errors by CHNFC at the last moment, giving this game away. Now their position and endeavour to make it to the top 4 has just been made so much harder. Have to rely on a lot of other results going their way. While from Havelock's point of view, a bonus point win, and that will keep them in the hunt and will also give them a lot of confidence in the lead up to next week's game against their traditional rival CRNFC. So that's it for Sudarshan Apiris and myself, and from the Papare crew, from the Racecourse. Until we meet again, good night and take care.
තමයි.
Kamuda machang, prima kottumi, fantamai.
ළඟින්ම ඉන්න friendship බොමයි ඒ friendship එක තව සුබ වෙන්නයි
හිතේ ආදරේ අප්ඩේට් වෙන්නයි ඒ ආදර දෙවියම සුබ වෙන්නයි මේ හැම වෙලාවෙම perfect වෙන්නයි ඒ හැම අයටම සුබ දේ වෙන්නයි ලංකාව පුරා සතුට connect වේ හැම සම්බන්ධයක සුබ එක් වෙන්නයි
ආවරණයෙන් නොදෙවෙනි එයාටෙල් සුබ සම්බන්ධයක්.
Prima kottumi, fantamai.
ළඟින්ම ඉන්න friendship බොමයි ඒ friendship එක තව සුබ වෙන්නයි
හිතේ ආදරේ අප්ඩේට් වෙන්නයි ඒ ආදර දෙවියම සුබ වෙන්නයි මේ හැම වෙලාවෙම perfect වෙන්නයි ඒ හැම අයටම සුබ දේ වෙන්නයි ලංකාව පුරා සතුට connect වේ හැම සම්බන්ධයක සුබ එක් වෙන්නයි
ආවරණයෙන් නොදෙවෙනි එයාටෙල් සුබ සම්බන්ධයක්.
Matang ya muda matang, 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 matang ya muda matang. Kamuda matang, prima kottumi, fantamai.
ළඟින්ම ඉන්න friendship බොමයි ඒ friendship එක තව සුබ වෙන්නයි
හිතේ ආදරේ අප්ඩේට් වෙන්නයි ඒ ආදර දෙවියම සුබ වෙන්නයි මේ හැම වෙලාවෙම perfect වෙන්නයි ඒ හැම අයටම සුබ දේ වෙන්නයි ලංකාව පුරා සතුට connect වේ හැම සම්බන්ධයක සුබ එක් වෙන්නයි
ආවරණයෙන් නොදෙවෙනි එයාටෙල් සුබ සම්බන්ධයක්.
Prima kottumi, fantamai.
Matang ya muda matang, 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 matang ya muda matang. Kamuda matang, prima kottumi, fantamai.
Hot and spicy fun vibe with a vivar karanga. Beat එක remake කරන්න නැතවෙන්න. හදවත බවල යන්න කින්නර fashion කරන්න. Fun තුරන්න කොතුමි කික්කි කොරන්න. Prima kottumi, fantamai.
Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime. The stage is set, the players are prepared, and the SA20 is here. South Africa's premier T20 cricket league. Live on the Papare TV, Dialog ViU App, and ThePapare.com.
Kamuda matang, prima kottumi, fantamai.
Prima kottumi, fantamai.
Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime. The stage is set, the players are prepared, and the SA20 is here. South Africa's premier T20 cricket league. Live on the Papare TV, Dialog ViU App, and ThePapare.com.
Prima kottumi, oh my my. Sundak vela managam, may full life phenomenal happening. Real rusty trending, very go hot and spicy recipe. Prima kottumi, fantamai. Hot and spicy fun vibe with a vivar karanga. Beat එක remake කරන්න නැතවෙන්න. හදවත බවල යන්න කින්නර fashion කරන්න. Fun තුරන්න කොතුමි කික්කි කොරන්න. Prima kottumi, fantamai. Hot and spicy fun vibe with a vivar karanga. Beat එක remake කරන්න නැතවෙන්න. හදවත බවල යන්න කින්නර fashion කරන්න. Fun තුරන්න කොතුමි කික්කි කොරන්න. Prima kottumi, fantamai.
Kamuda matang, prima kottumi, fantamai.